Hi students, it's me, Sir Henrik from Henrik Academy. In this video, I will explain one part of differentiation, that is increasing and decreasing of a function. Before I begin this lesson, please click like and subscribe for this video. And afterwards, take your pen, notebook, and let's study with me until the end of this video. Okay, let's begin. I will explain the understanding how we determine which interval include of increasing interval of a function and which interval include of decreasing interval of a function. When the gradient of a function is a positive number, the functions or the interval functions include of increasing functions. So a function's fx include an increasing functions if the first derivative greater than 0 for this interval. Yeah. And secondly, when the gradient of a function is a negative number, the functions is include a decreasing functions. So a function's fx include a decreasing functions if the first derivative less than 0 for this interval. Okay, let me discuss several question and answer. Regarding increasing functions, find the range of values of x for which y is increasing. If y equal 6x squared minus 6x minus 7. Okay, increasing if the first derivative greater than 0. Okay, so it means the first derivative of this function equal 12x minus 6 greater than 0. It means 12x greater than positive 6 because negative 6 moves to the right side becomes positive 6, and x greater than 6 over 12, and x greater than a half. Okay, so in this interval, x greater than a half, yeah, these functions as increasing interval. Yeah, the parabola, the parabola lines is increasing. Okay, let's see the graph. This graph. Okay, this turning point is a half point, a half comma 5, 6, 7, 8. We are a half comma negative, maybe negative 8.5. Okay, but my point is, my focus is, look, yeah, in this interval, x greater than a half. Okay, x greater than a half, this line of this parabola will be increased, yeah, from this turning point, increase. Okay, yeah, I'm going to show you using this laser, increase. Okay, from this point, go upwards. Okay, go to upwards, and as long as this interval, x greater than a half, these functions has increasing. Okay, and the gradient, of course, positive. Okay, so how about if x less than a half. If x less than a half, look at this line, okay, this parabola line, going downwards, yeah, until this coordinate point. So it means less than a half is decrease, is decreasing. The gradient is decrease, or the gradient is negative. Okay, so this function has a decrease interval when x less than a half, and this function has increase interval when x greater than a half. Okay, let's continue to discuss another questions. Find the range of the values of x for which y is increasing if y equal 3 plus 6, 16x minus 4x squared. Okay, as usual, we need to find the first derivative. The first derivative of this function is equal 16 minus 8x. Okay, and first derivative, if increasing, must be greater than 0. So it means 16 minus 8x greater than 0. And if 16 move, it becomes negative 8x greater than negative 16, and x, because this negative, so this sign turns, okay, this direction becomes negative 16 over negative 8, and x less than positive 2. Okay, so in this interval, yeah, in this interval, in this range, in this interval, this functions has increased. Okay, yes, increasing. It means the gradient will be positive. M will be positive. Okay. And so how about if x greater than 2? This means the opposite. Yeah, the functions will have decreasing. Okay, decreasing interval. Okay, let's visit the graph of this function. Look, this is the turning point, and x equal to this one. So if x less than 2 on this interval, this function has increasing. Okay, which one? Less than 2? Less than 2, it means this interval. Okay, as long as this interval. Two and so on. 2, 1, negative 2, 1, 0, negative 1, and so on. Okay, as long as this interval x less than 2, this function as increasing, as the gradient will be positive gradient, m equal positive number. And how about if x greater than 2? So as long as this interval x greater than 2, this function has decreasing. Okay, decreasing function, or the gradient will be negative. Okay, next, regarding decreasing right now, find the range. The range, it means we need to find x greater or less than. So we need to find the first derivative, as usual, becomes 6x plus 6. We call it decreasing. It means the first derivative must be less than 0. So it means 6x plus 6 less than 0, and 6x less than negative 6, and it means x less than negative 6 over 6. So x less than negative 1. So as long as this interval, okay, these functions as decreasing functions, or these functions has a gradient, negative gradient, negative number. I mean, okay, I'm gonna show you this graph. Okay, this one. At this point, this x, if x less than negative 1, this, if x less than negative 1, less than negative 1, it means this interval, okay, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, so on. Okay, according to these informations, yeah, if x less than negative 1, these functions will have the decreasing function. Okay, it means the gradient or m will be negative number. Okay, so how about if x greater than negative 1? It means the opposite interval. Yeah, greater than negative 1. So it means the gradient will be positive number and will become increasing function. Okay, so this one the interval for decreasing function, and this one interval for increasing function. Okay, next. Now this. Find the range of values of x for which y is decreasing. If y equal 9 minus 2x minus x squared, it means we need to find the first derivative. It becomes negative 2 minus 2x. Decreasing, it means negative 2 minus 2x less than 0, and negative 2x less than positive 2. So x greater than 2 over negative 2. So you have to turn the sign, this direction, from less than become greater than, because this is negative number. Okay, so it means x greater than negative 1. So the range, as long as this interval, okay, x greater than negative 1, these functions gonna have decreasing functions, or gradient would be negative number. Okay, I'm gonna show you the graph. Look, this one. This is x equal negative 1. Okay, so if x greater than negative 1, okay, the gradient will be negative. It means this function is include of decreasing functions, as long as this line, okay, this interval from negative 1, so and so on, negative 1, yeah, greater than negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So how about if an interval opposite, x less than negative 1? If x less than negative 1, okay, these functions gonna have increasing functions. Okay, will become increasing function. It means the gradient will be positive. Okay, so look the difference. Yeah, look the difference after this stationary point. yeah, after this stationary point, decreasing functions if x greater than -1, and would be increasing functions if the interval x less than -1. Increasing function, it means the gradient will be positive, and decreasing functions, it means the gradient will be negative number. Okay. Okay, students, if you have any questions, or maybe some of you not understand yet my explanations, you could send me your message or your questions to this email, hendrik.academy21@gmail.com. Thank you for your watching, and thank you already joined with me till the end of this video. Okay, see you